Hello coders, I hope you are coding well. In the previous video, we created Change Booking Status API in our Spring Boot application. And in today's video, we will write the code to show booking status on a reservation page. And after this, we will call this Change Booking Status API from Angular. So let's get started. So first of all, in the Angular application, we need to create an API, and to do this, we will open admin.service.ts file, and in this file, let's copy this get reservations method and let's paste it here. And after this, we need to update the method name, and we will write change reservation status. And after this, we need to update the parameters of this method, and we need to accept the ID and the status. So we will rename the first param to reservation ID, and the type of this will be number. And after this, we will add another parameter, and we will name this as status, and the type of this will be string. And after this, we need to update the API URL, and after API/admin, we need to write reservation. And after the reservation, we need to pass the reservation ID, so we will replace this page number with reservation ID. And after the reservation ID, we will pass status. And with this, our change reservation status method is completed in admin service. Now let's save this file, and after this, we will open reservations.component.html file, and in this file we need to write the code to show the reservation status. And to do this, we will use second last column, and we will write ng container tag, and on this ng container tag we will write if condition, and we will check reservation status, and we will show this container if the reservation status is equals to pending. And after this, to show the status, we will use ng tag, and in this tag we need to show the icon and text, and for the icon we will use span tag, and for ng type we will give it as sync. And after this, for the text we will show pending. And after this, we will create another ng container, and on this container we will apply if condition, and we will check the reservation status is equals to approved. And in this ng container we will again use ng tag, and for the icon we will use span tag, and for the ng type we will give it as check circle. And after this, for the text we will show approved. And after this, we will create another ng container tag, and in this we will compare the status with the string rejected. And in this container we will again use ng tag, and in this tag for the icon we will use span tag, and for the type we will give it as close circle. And after this, for the text we will give it as rejected. And with this, the code to show the reservation status is completed. Now we will use the last column of this table, and we will add two buttons here, and on the click of these buttons we will call change status API. And to do this, we will create a span tag in this column, and on this span tag we will write if condition, and we will show this span only if the reservation status is pending. And after this, in this span we will create another span, and for the ng type we will give it as check circle. And after this, we will use the click event of this span tag, and on the click we will call a function change reservation status, and in the params of this method we need to pass the ID and the status. And to pass the ID, we will write reservation.id, and after this we need to pass the new status, and we will give it as approve. And after this, we will create another span tag, and for the ng type we will give it as close circle. And at the end we will use the click event of this span as well, and we will call a method change reservation status. And in the params of this method, for the ID we will write reservation.id, and after this, for the status we will pass rejected. And with this, our HTML code is completed. Now let's save this file, and we will open reservations.component.ts file, and in this file we need to create a new method to call the API, and we will name this method as change reservation status. And for the params of this method, we will name the first param as booking ID, and the type of this will be number. And after this, for the second param we will name this as status, and the type of this will be string. And after this, in the body of this method we will use admin service, and we will call a method change reservation status. And in the params of this method we will pass the booking ID and status. And after this, we will subscribe the response, and we will name this as rest, and we will write an arrow function. And after the arrow function, we will write error function as well to handle the errors. And in the case of error, we will use ng message service, and for the message we will call error.error. And in the case of success, we will again use ng message service, and for the message we will show reservation status updated successfully. And after this, we need to update the data of this page, and to do this we will call get reservations method. And with this, our TS code is completed as well. Now let's save this file and let's run our application. And as you can see, our application is up without any errors. Now let's go to the browser and let's validate the functionality of our change reservation status API. And on the login page of our application, let's add the details of admin user. And after adding email and password, let's click on this login button. And as you can see, we got redirected to the admin dashboard. Now let's click on this reservations menu. And as you can see, we got redirected to the reservations page. And on this reservations table, in the status column, we can see the status of this reservation as pending. And after this, in the action column, we got two icons for approve and reject this reservation. Now let's say we want to approve this reservation, so we will click on this green tick icon. And as you can see, we got the message as reservation status updated successfully. And after this, our page data got updated, and in the status column we can see the status as approved. And that's it for today's video. In the next video, we will create an API call to get the reservations by the user ID in our Spring Boot application.